after what feels like a long day at work, I left at 3:30 rather than staying back. And that was to try and get to the post office before they shut, because there's been some stuff that they take to the post office rather than delivering. Well, I think we've just got some lazy post office people, whatever, that having to get there before they shut at 5 was just annoying. Means I'm home in time to give them a walk before it gets too dark. Today we did our first round of subject selections online with the Year 8s. My faculty had the Year 8 last period and they had half the group. I actually used the software to email the kids directly with their unique code and a link to the website. When they log in, they go to the student portal and the email is automatically there. They're already logged in. Click on the link, then they grab the code from their email, chuck it into the logins page, go through the selection process. As soon as they hit submit, it gets emailed to me. It went pretty well. There was 49 kids in those 3 classes all up. We have the rest of Year 8 tomorrow, again period 5. There's 4 classes this time and we'll get the rest of them done. Year 10 will be having their interviews tomorrow with staff, who will be going through a big interview process with them. You know, what are you thinking? What subjects do you think you want to do? Do you want TAFE, uni, etc.? They'll go through that process and sort of type out their plan. There's one of the office staff created a worksheet, a Google Doc I think it was, that has drop down lists and everything like that. Once they've done that, the staff member is then going to log in with the students' details, do the actual selections with them, because they've just had this interview, confirm the order that they want to have their subjects. And once they do it all and it checks that everything is right, because that's one thing that the software does, they hit submit and then they will print that one out, which has a spot for the parents to sign acknowledging the students' choices. If they come back with that and it's all okay, their choices are in. If they come back and say, oh, I'd actually like to change this subject to this, you only need to change a couple. This is the first time we're trying the process like this. I'm going to be off class for the first period and then I'm off class already for the second period, just to be a bit of a support for any hiccups in that system, but I think it should go okay. Year 9, re-choosing electives for Year 10, we're going to do on Thursday when they have maths, because they're all together. All the maths rooms have laptops, and myself and the 2 Year 9 year advisors will go up and sort of walk around to give it a little bit of a hand with that process as well. Busy few days, I think. Year 12 today got carport stood up and that second set of legs bolted on, which was an accomplishment. And I wanted to take a video and show, but I had to run off to class for the next class. Year 11 construction, we've gone into the new room today to start setting up some of the machinery, like the dust extraction and everything that just came in boxes. So we'll continue with that tomorrow. So we've been having subject selections this morning, as I mentioned before. That went pretty well. There was a few little hiccups right at the start, but it's been going well. I've been in the new construction room with Year 11 over the last 2 days. They've unpacked my air filters that are going to be the ones that they hang from the ceiling. Here's all our boxes. They also started unpacking my cyclone dust extraction. The class assembled the trolleys today. We're in the process of getting the cyclones assembled. You can see our new door over here, which I still need to get a key for because they haven't keyed the lock properly yet. And there's the carport standing up. New set of stairs. This fence line here is going to go from the fence over there along here, and it'll probably kick in just here. And so this will be the new construction area. That area we'll still have because that fence will be gone, and over here, so it'll be a bigger area. The container will be inside the construction space. We'll come in through this door from that area. This will be the workshop. It still needs a lot of clean up and tidy up in here. All the hand tools that were in the construction room, which is there, will come into here on the board up there, so I don't really need to, I need to adjust the board, but this is also going to be the senior woodwork room. So I've got the disc sander that will be set up just here behind the door. Bandsaw set up there. These cabinets somewhere pushed into here. I've still got a Brobo, and this is where the old Hercus metal lathes are. The new table saw thicknesser up the back, which is still wrapped. There's the big super shear, which will probably take out the big pan brake. This big painting is going to go somewhere in the school. I'm hoping down the office. But up the back edge of the room, we've got the thicknesser, which is going to go here. This table will move. The little pan brake I'll probably take next door, or over to the trade school. Big pan brake I'd love to take over there as well. It means we'd have more than one over there for folding. Could set up different processes on each one. The CNC, the Roland, this super shear, I don't know what we'll do with. Might have to go into the trade school as well. This Magna Bender doesn't work. It died years ago, and considering I've got a really nice one down in the trade school, which that's where all the metalwork will now go, and then this will be woodwork and construction. The cyclones I'm going to use for the thicknesser and the table saw. The dust extraction that's currently attached to the table saw will go on the disc sander, and I've already got one for the bandsaw. So this room I'm hoping will be ready by, if not the end of this term, next term for sure, starting year 12 construction in here. There's a lot to do, but setting up these trolleys for the things and getting everything set up in here is going to be my construction classes group project. Setting this up, moving the fence, all this, everything we sort of do with this is not going to go to waste, because it will go towards, they're using their tools for task 6. Well, that's task 2 now. We could probably do some of the planning for this, and just group project, which is meant to be a big thing. This is big. So I might actually get a lot signed off. The only thing that won't be part of setting this up is bricklaying. That's sort of like a standalone thing, which we're meant to be starting. But if we get this sort of set up, then we can do the bricklaying a little bit further on. It doesn't matter really what order they do it, as long as we get it all done. Still hard to see Batman. And I've out on a night walk, because didn't quite get home in time, not to miss the darkness completely, and I didn't want to not give him a walk, because apart from it being dark and a little chilly, it's not raining. This light's annoying in my face though. It's good to know that we're equipped for it though. Place is starting to be emptied out. Nothing there. Everything just sort of all around. Head out here. There's the carport. We were hoping to get this bolted in today, but it needs to be moved this way a little bit. So I don't want it so close to the container, and this fence needs to come out. I didn't have enough students to be able to move it. Most of them were away today. But we did start moving stuff into the new room, which looks more like a bomb site now than this one. You know, as they start putting stuff in these rooms, they quickly fill up. The shelving that you can see there, that's from a storeroom that we started to clear out. It's a storeroom I was originally asked to clear out for Kappa, but I came to a different agreement with them about that, and that's where I'm losing the construction room rather than the storeroom. Again, the exterior door that goes out to the car park. The construction space is just there, but we're going to move the fence that's there to here. So when you first walk out, so when you come out here, this whole fence is going to move to there. So instead of going across to the outside fence there, you'll go across to the outside fence here, come along, and that will come up to just here. So the construction site will be all of that area. That'll be in the middle of the site. Got the carport there, the other carport. I plan on seeing if we can put it up over here, so probably from the fence line, because it's 5 metres, so it would probably go from this pier here maybe over where the air conditioning unit is. The construction site where I'm normally speaking from is just, that's the room there. So instead of being in there, I'm in here. It'll just be coming out of the same space. But because I wasn't part of a lot of that cleanup today, stuff has kind of just been put all over the joint. The metal class today helped me to repair the go-karts that we use for Big Bloke's breakfast, which is next Thursday. The rate we're going will be in here by next term. It may not be organised, but we'll be in here by next term. Tools and tables, if we can get the top on that carport, then the tables that are in there I'm going to move out to under the carport. And that will just free that space up, get every cabinet out of there. The tool cabinet, steel tool cabinet, is over here now. The storeroom that we're working in today, that shelving that I pointed to used to be here in this storeroom. So we basically cleared this storeroom out from this corner right along to my sheet good cabinet. I used to have, that steel cabinet used to be just here. All of the tools and everything that's in this steel shelving here, most of that is for the metalwork, so it's all belongs down in the trade school, so it will be moved down to the trade school. This will still be our storeroom for the meantime, but we did get delivery of 2 giant industrial fridge freezers, like a giant 2-door unit and a 3-door unit from Woolworths apparently. We got 2, and then there was another 2 that had been used in another area of the school. They were the people who organised it. They're going to go in this space because we've actually got power here and up here to plug those into. But I've still got a flammable cabinet here. I was thinking of trying to get this down in that workshop so that it's easily accessible, but I really don't think I'm going to have the room for it. So it will just have to be here.